They obviously wait their turn.
Yeah, in a group of dogs would be a dog fight due to that hierarchy, where devils just get in and eat as fast as possible. Yeah. There could be another 10 or 12 devils on their way, so...
That's right.
They eat the fur and all, obviously.
Every little bit of it's very obvious. You may not see devils out there in the wild, but within their droppings, a lot of fur, a lot of bone. They've even found echidna quills in devil scats. They've been known to eat beached whale through to seal, through to dolphin, whatever's washed up.
Oh, look at that. Crunch, crunch.
You're looking at, it was actually the first time ever recorded they found devils on the west coast sleeping together. And it was inside a beached whale. They couldn't eat anymore, so they all collapsed on top of each other.
Anyone hungry?
They believe lots of bushwalkers have gone missing, never recovered here in Tasmania. Devils just, again, they're a vacuum cleaner. Yep. Someone needs to do it. It's what devils do.
Oh, I can't get the video thing on my phone. I'm being an idiot.
As you can see, they've calmed down. Everyone's sort of getting along at the moment.
Yeah.
No, I don't want 3,000 further.
Devils, they believe, have the jaw strength of nearly a 60-kilo animal, so that allows them to crunch all that bone and having the ability to open that jaw up to a 90-degree angle.
Yeah. Very strong.
There's not going to be much of that left, is there?
Nothing.
Look at that. Yeah, he's doing all right.
And by the late 80s, because of this behaviour and high densities of devils in some areas, they were still classed as pack animals. This would be quite common to see of a night time. But again, that was a theory of them taking on livestock, hunting together, but we always learn more about a species when it's usually too late. And there's just no family within devils, it's everyone for themselves.
Dirt never worried anyone.
You could sort of watch this all day, couldn't you?
After feeding, they'll go back and sleep it off now, so
Oh, yeah.
won't last too long, but
Well, they are old, aren't they?
they are.
It's like us, you know, go to bed in the
Proven
afternoon.
the older devils travel anywhere up to still 18 to 21 kilometres per night in search of food. But those young animals just leaving their mother may travel 40 to 50 kilometres per night. Every devil now trapped out in the wild is actually microchipped, so there's lots of trapping surveys going on. It's part of the program, and this is just to study where disease is at and what's going on. And there was a male devil trapped in Smithton roughly about 15 months ago, and 3 months later there was another trapping survey in Cradle Mountain over 200 kilometres away, and the same devil popped up. So
wow.
this is how yeah, there's still no local extinction. We may have lost 82% of devils, but it's just in some areas we've lost over 95%. We're heading towards the west coast, Arthur River or the Pieman, around that Will North area, northwest of Tasmania, still 98% healthy devils. Disease is starting to get into that area. Once disease starts to get into high densities, it spreads out of control. The lower the density, hopefully disease fades out and devils come back on their own, but time will tell. There are still devils everywhere in Tasmania, but just from 250,000 devils to below 50,000, they believe. So we've lost over 200,000 devils all in one.
Get out of it.
Yeah, stop it.
Mind your own bit.
So it's a huge problem, but hopefully they will get through it themselves. And the upside in captivity genetically, they believe to sustain 99% of the genetic diversity for the next 50-year program. There's 22 facilities Australia-wide breeding devils. It's to become very selective. We need roughly 150 found alliance. That's roughly 300 breeding animals per year to be able to recover 99% of the genetic diversity. And upside is we're up to 15 generations here, but a lot of devils that have come through captivity are only up to their first generation. So you're looking at, we should have the ability to still release devils. Hopefully, it's better off to have devils in the environment than not to have devils in the environment. Feral cats are becoming a big problem here in Tasmania.
Yes.
The possibility of foxes in Tasmania. And it's always introduced species that become extra competition is what usually pushes them out to extinction, other than just disease. disease is always one of many problems.
It's also a bit the attitude of people, isn't
Oh,
it?
of
Like
course.
in France, you can shoot, the Frenchman has the right to shoot whatever he likes.
Yep.
So we have no problem with foxes there.
Yep.
We have the red squirrel, we don't
Yep.
have the grey, which
Yep.
has pushed the red squirrel out in the UK.
Yep.
So it depends on your policy, really. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to touch the grey squirrels and they're a pest.
Yep. Yep.
I'm not allowed to touch the rooks and the magpies, but they're chasing out the little birds.
Paperwork, bureaucrats. It's just putting more rules and regulations in place. And today we've got the Fox Eradication Task Force in Tasmania. It's over $75 million spent. Not one fox has popped up. So they've now changed their name from the Fox Eradication Task Force to the Feral Eradication Task Force. But again, there's government employees, I believe, euthanizing cats if they catch them. But again, if someone can just go out and they used to put bounties on foxes and cats, and it used to work quite well. They lift the bounty and everyone gives up. They don't get anything from it, and you know.
Yes, I see.
Yeah. Before you know it, the more they contract people to do it, the more it costs them as well. So it's just a lot of money that goes nowhere at the end of the day.
So there are foxes in Tasmania then, obviously.
In 1996 they observed the fox walker for Burnie Port. There was no quarantining the boats. They believe we've got the highest density of red fox in Port Melbourne where the boats leave from. They believe it's a new introduction, other than going back to the late 1800s or the early 1900s when foxes were introduced for fox hunt, as they were introduced everywhere else.
Yes.
And you'll see that to the Midlands of Tasmania, the Fox Hunters Return Hotel. They did release foxes in the Midlands. But they believe back then roughly over 250,000 devils. They're looking at, they believe devils ate their cubs
Oh, it's
time
run
after
off with
time
it.
after time and actually prevented the fox from establishing. Foxes will burrow and den their cubs just in the bottom of the burrow. The little devils will burrow off, they're like little rats. The foxes, they're pretty helpless at that age. To actually prevent, they believe they never established. They believe devils ate them out, their offspring. They just couldn't survive. And yes, until you don't know what you do. Well, from 1996 they believe there's a possibility of having foxes in Tasmania. Hopefully we don't. There are lots of them. They found 4 carcasses. I think 3 out of 4 were found by the person who actually started the Fox Eradication Task Force. So he's kept himself employed. You're also looking at the other one that was hit by a car, they believe, near Devonport or Freighton. It was autopsied and everything in its stomach was from foreign, offshore. But
Somebody brought it in.
they do believe someone brought foxes in.
I know. We had the same problem. We've got an island just off England